Hey, members of the Great Slab Tail Nation, it's me, the Beaveman, and I thought it would be fun to do a little bit of preview of the podcast that we have this week. And I wanted to talk directly to the listeners to let them know that this year has been a great year for us. We've been at it for 7 years. We're actually coming up on starting our 8th year of the podcast, and we're getting the recognition that we've really been working hard to get. We're starting to make the charts. We're getting a lot of listeners, followers, and we're getting comments on the podcast as well. So I just wanted to take this time to really thank everyone for all their support. And hopefully we can keep doing really well in the new coming year and for years ahead of us, because we have no intention of stopping. Well, I guess unless we become independently wealthy, which probably isn't going to happen. I do want to say that we have some special thanks that we want to give out there, of course, to the squad. This year we brought on Nolan Johncock of Johncock Comedy, who's a good friend of mine who lives here not that far from me. He's a really good comedian, and I'm hoping that he gets booked a lot more. And maybe from being on the podcast, he'll get some more recognition, because if you want to have a really fun time listening to somebody who doesn't talk about his dick all the time, he's a good one to go see. Also, I guess if you don't like anthropologists, he's probably a good one to go see too. We also provisionally brought on, as you know, Trippy Steve, who's actually also a comedian in Indiana. And we like to give Steve a lot of shit, or Steven, whichever you like to call him. But he's a lot of fun. We're hoping in the new year that JD will have more time to spend with us on the podcast, because probably, as you all know, when JD's on the podcast, well, let's just say JD is the official true third member of the Slaptail Squad, being me, the Swan, and JD. So hopefully things will slow down for him a bit, and he'll be able to spend more time with us, because his contributions, of course, are huge. So thank you to all of our listeners, and hopefully this is going to be a great year for us. This year we are planning on starting a Patreon, and hopefully, if people are interested, they can give some money to support the show, because in that way we can keep up on our marketing, maybe get some new statistical software so we can really track folks and hopefully have some more interaction with the people who listen to us. Most of the time with our chart rankings, of course, we're doing some internet searches, and it's hard to say how accurate the rankings are. We never really know. What we do know as of today, the 27th of December, 2025, our number one listening audience is in Norway. So Norway actually has us ranked as number 8 in comedy, number 31 in their podcasts overall, and we are number 1 in comedy in the subcategory of improv. So thank you, Norway. In the United States, we are ranked at 123 in the improv subcategory of comedy. So we're still not making the overall ranks in the United States, but maybe someday, and that would be great. So now we're also ranked in Switzerland, which is new. So pretty happy about that. And we're ranked in France, which is new. Also, comedy subcategory of improv. So the only country where we're actually making some serious headway is in Norway. So thank you to our listeners in Norway. It's greatly appreciated. I think Oslo was our number 1 city, and we can't thank you enough. And hopefully someday, if we keep saying what you guys like and you guys are big fans, I do hope that we'll be able to come to Norway someday to visit you all and hopefully do a show. On this last episode of the year, I really wanted to cover one of my favorite conspiracy theories. But there was some stuff going on this week with Nolan, and we could tell from the podcast that it was actually going on, and we didn't want to say anything to the podcast, but we waited till the end. And so if Nolan seems like he's not as engaged, it's understandable. Please give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll be back to his normal funny self soon, I'm sure. One of my favorite conspiracies is a completely ridiculous idea that Lyme disease was created in a lab on Plum Island, at a lab there. And it's completely stupid. So if you guys have ever heard about it, you'll probably agree with me, because our listeners clearly are a lot like us and think that there's a lot of stupid shit out there that we have to make fun of. What I didn't know was that good old RFK Jr., who is the Secretary of Health and Human Services here in the United States, embraces that entire idea. He is so stupid. Can you talk about somebody who's just completely unqualified to be in that position? Well, the entire Trump administration, I don't want to say that everyone is unqualified in the Trump administration, because that's an overstatement. I mean, that's meaning that everybody is, and clearly there's got to be people that aren't. So I don't want to make that complete statement, but at least the people that are seen or heard from consistently on a regular basis are completely unqualified to be in those positions. The idea that Lyme disease was a military bioweapon, it doesn't make sense. It would be a horrible bioweapon. It's totally stupid, and it's been proven time and time again that Lyme disease has been around for centuries. They've even found the presence of Borrelia burgdorferi, which is the bacteria that causes Lyme disease. It was found in a 5,300-year-old mummified body. Well, the United States hasn't been around that long, despite the fact that Trump thinks that we've been around for over 300 years. It hasn't been. Also, as a person who was in the military who was trained to react to biological weapons, true, we don't use them, but other folks do. Lyme disease was never one of the ones that we were worried about. It doesn't really fall into nuclear, biological, chemical, or radiological type warfare. So I thought it would be good if I just kind of talked about Lyme disease a little bit before we got into it, because I really didn't explain it that much. Lyme disease is the most common vector-borne illness in North America and Europe. The etiological agent, which is Borrelia burgdorferi sensulato, is transmitted to humans by certain species of ixoid ticks, which are found widely in temperate regions of the Northern Hemisphere. And clinical features are diverse, but death is rare. Progression of this condition varies from person to person as well. So why would that be a good biological agent? Well, it wouldn't be, because the disease progresses through 3 clinical stages: early localized, early disseminated, and late disseminated infection. Early disease, which is 3 to 30 days post-bite, is a condition known as erythema migrans, which is an expanding red rash. So typically, when you first get bit by a tick, you're going to have a little bit of redness because we react to the saliva of the tick. That doesn't mean that you have Lyme disease or erythema migrans. Classically, that erythema migrans looks like a bullseye, but it doesn't always look like that. So if you think of the symbol for target, it's kind of like that. Early disseminated disease can manifest as multiple erythema migrans lesions, neurological complications, Lyme carditis with conduction abnormalities, or migratory arthralgias or achy joints. Approximately 50% of untreated patients progress to disseminated disease. And then there's late disseminated disease, months to years later. Diagnosis is based on characteristic clinical findings, with serological testing providing confirmation once antibody response develops. It's an easy treatment. So again, biological weapon. If we suspect that you have erythema migrans, you have a confirmed tick bite, we give you a doxycycline for 7 to 10 days, in some cases up to 14 days. Pretty easy fix. If you didn't notice a tick bite and you found it within 72 hours and it's engorged tick, we give you a dose of doxycycline. This is if you haven't developed the rash. Not a problem. We take care of it. There are a lot of theories out there that people have chronic Lyme disease. That's not actually a diagnosis in the ICD-10. What is a diagnosis is, I think it's called post-treatment Lyme symptoms. I don't know, some shit like that. Those are people that don't have active Lyme disease. So guess what? There's a lot of quacks out there, and they push a lot of shit. I will say this, though. Just because chronic Lyme disease isn't a condition now doesn't mean it won't be a condition 2 years from now, because that's the beauty of science. Real science, not the science that the Trump administration is trying to push. Real science. In other words, we have a question. We try to find out the answer to that question. We collect data. We do patient interviews. We do chart reviews. All these things. We do studies, research, all these things until we can answer that question. And guess what? Even if we have the answer to that question might change. The answer might change from the more data that we collect. That's the beauty of science, is that you're always questioning things. Not the way some idiot is saying, oh, this is what they did 200 years ago. Let's keep doing it now. Well, we've already proven that that doesn't work. I guess in Norway, you probably don't have this problem, but we definitely have this problem in the United States. Sometimes I think it's because people have too much access to too many things. As a healthcare provider myself, as a nurse practitioner, patients argue all the time when you tell them what the current guidelines are for treatment based on the smartest people in the world. And you just want to say to them, I'm sorry that the Infectious Disease Society of America didn't ask your opinion on how to treat sinusitis. I'm sorry. It's just complete ignorance at all the time. But this is a comedy podcast, so let's keep it light. Again, I just want to thank everyone for all of your contributions. And remember, you're never going to learn anything from our podcast. And if I say something wrong, I quote something wrong, yeah, that's pretty common. A lot of stuff I'm just pulling out of my ass from my memory, or I do a quick search on my most likely used databases that I use, which is UpToDate, which is nice because it collects information from multiple databases like the National Institutes of Health. I also use the Hippocrates, and I use our latest one, which is kind of fun. It's a really good one to just spend a lot of time asking lots of questions to, and that's Open Evidence. Literally checks all these different articles. You can see all the articles they referenced, and you can actually check what they've done. And it's a really, really helpful site. So, yeah, am I going to say things wrong? Absolutely. But of course, I use the little disclaimer that, yeah, I'll probably get shit wrong. And that's okay. You can always tell me, and I'll correct it later on. Or it'll come to me later and be like, oh, I fucked that up, and I'll bring it up later. All right? So that's it for me, the Beaveman. Please enjoy this latest episode.
Slacktail Squad, assemble.
If you're listening to this, you remember the great Slacktail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beaveman, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slacktail Nation Army. And also, as we all know, the world's greatest podcaster. Also with me today, here live in the Beaver Den, she is the killer of boners, the energy vampire, destroyer of fun, and the least interesting person in the world with a heart-shaped ass. Also, clearly has tuberculosis because she's been coughing for the past 3 months and refuses to go to the doctor, refuses to listen to me, who is a family nurse practitioner, and just thinks she knows all there is to know, but she doesn't. She does this every year for at least 3 or 4 or 5 months out of the year and refuses to go see a pulmonologist. It's very fucking annoying, and everyone in the family fucking hates it, but she still does it. I give you the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan. I got a new sidekick, too, so she doesn't mind that I have a cough.
She actually mentioned to me that she does.
No, she doesn't.
No, she actually does. She says it all the time. She's pretty sick of you just going constantly.
Yeah.
Very fucking annoying. Also with us today, 'tis the story of a young lad and his journey to greatness. He is Chewbacca's little nephew. He is my Padawan, young Dwadnum. You know him as the king of Kalamazoo County comedy. I give you Nolan Johncock.
Hello.
Hello. Nolan also said he's sick of your fucking cough.
He did not.
He did.
I'd never noticed.
Hasn't heard it long enough.
Oh, well,
He's sick of it.
he already told me privately that he's sick of it.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Nolan is neutral.
He
He
is
doesn't
sick
like
of it.
That's a fair. Yeah, no, I'm neutral on this.
Don't lie, Nolan.
I don't have enough information.
She won't stop coughing.
He's making it up.
Also, I'd like everyone to know that every time Swan opens her mouth, she makes a mouth noise. And I figured out how to do it and why she does it and how to make her stop.
Oh, so why do you...
People of Norway, thank me for this one. Every time Swan opens her mouth, it sounds like this.
Okay.
Is it because there's negative pressure?
It's because she puts her tongue on the top of her mouth when she opens her mouth.
What is wrong with that?
Mine is in the bottom of my mouth, and that's why mine doesn't make noise when I open my mouth.
That we don't know where your tongue is supposed to go in your mouth, so that's probably...
No, we all know where your tongue just rests on the floor of your mouth. That's where it belongs. That's where it's supposed to be.
My tongue just fills up the space inside of my teeth.
Yeah, on the bottom.
I don't know.
No, it's touching the roof of my mouth while it's
When your
resting
mouth
on
is
the bottom.
closed.
Yeah,
Right now, when your
Yeah.
mouth is open, where is your tongue?
I'm not a mouth breather, so
Still in your mouth, but, you know, it's not on the roof of my mouth either.
It is when you open your mouth. It is.
Okay, well, it's on the roof of your mouth when you open your mouth too.
No, mine is on the bottom. I don't leave my tongue up there and then go.
yeah, trying to do that is a little weird.
I don't know. Apparently that happens naturally for me.
Anyway,
The base of my
Anyway.
tongue comes with the bottom of my mouth. So
yes. But it's what she does, see, mine's always in the bottom of my mouth. She puts hers up at the top of her mouth just before she opens her mouth, and that makes that smacking noise when she opens her mouth.
Well, I'm glad that you spent hours figuring
I did. I figured it out.
he had a flow chart.
I don't think that I'm going to change that.
I think you
He had a
should.
Venn
And the-
diagram.
You really should. You really should stop.
I
in a
know.
pie chart.
That's like the least of my worries right now.
Oh yeah, there's that
I
cough
think
again.
The cough is probably.
Nolan, what do you think of that cough? Do you think it's great? Do you think it's awesome? Is that something that you would like to hear 12 hours a day?
12 hours a day, no. It sounds like she has the cold.
She doesn't have a cold. That's the thing. There's nothing infectious about what she has. Absolutely nothing infectious. Either she has a psychogenic cough, meaning she's just doing it because she's psychologically deranged, much like a little neurodivergent person that she is, or she has a chronic lung condition that manifests during the winter months when we live
I
inside.
think that's what I have.
Oh, now you've decided that's what you have.
Go to the doctor. So, well, it's better than being a psychopath.
I don't know. Enough people are claiming neurodivergence. Is there neurotypical even a thing, really? You consider yourself neurotypical?
Yes.
I don't.
What is neurodivergent about me?
I don't know. You're unyielding rage?
What does that have to do with me? That just makes me a soldier.
Your OCD type.
I don't have OCD. I don't think you know what the definition of OCD is.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm not a slob?
I guess.
That doesn't make me. That's not OCD.
Sorry. Sorry, Norway.
All right, that's 2. I'll keep count just to see if
fine.
it actually
It's
is.
actually been more than 2, but
It's going to be a lot.
you know how much time I spend editing that out?
Well, at least you can do that. It gives you like lots of.
That does sound maddening.
It is. Anyway, it's good to see Nolan. We have not seen him in a very long time.
Yeah, I think it's been like 3 weeks.
How's it been?
Yeah.
All right. Well, when we put him on the spot, his improv skill is dynamic.
It's been a rough week.
Oh, tell us about it.
No.
All right. Well, that was a lot of fun.
Sorry, no.
All right.
No. We can make it up.
Yeah.
Would you like to improv what's been going on in Nolan's life for the past 3 weeks? We did really well when we did that with Ron.
No, let's not do that.
No, okay.
We don't want to know that.
We don't want.
I mean, I can make shit up.
No, it's fine. We don't need to know about your personal life. It's okay.
Even though this is a podcast.
It's okay.
And the listeners want to know what's going on with their friends.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Norway doesn't need to know.
Norway doesn't want to know about your anal sores.
Hey, you know, what's interesting is, you know how Nolan hates anthropologists?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you hate forensic anthropologists? Because that's kind of a cool job.
You mean Bones? No, Bones is cool. Bones uses her powers for good.
Yeah, I mean, specifically the ones who work with forensic, like police departments, the forensic pathologists who can determine, you know, where that.
Yeah, they're not going to ancient human sites and making shit up.
Okay, so you don't hate all anthropologists then?
I don't. I hate general anthropologists.
I see, but not forensic anthropologists.
No. Once you specialize into solving murders, I'm like, all right, you're good. You're
okay,
cool.
Well, now that we know that John Cock Comedy does not hate all anthropologists, so all the hate mail can stop.
No, keep sending it. I've seen what makes you people cheer.
All right,
Fucking
well, that's
Norway.
let's see, updates for me. I've decided to stop cutting my hair.
I saw you post about that on Facebook.
Yeah, I've decided not to cut my hair.
You just gonna grow it out?
It's just that I don't want to leave the house. And if I have to go get my hair cut, I have to drive somewhere. Then I have to sit somewhere. Someone has to cut my hair. Inevitably, they fuck it up. And then I have to drive back home and wait for it to grow out from what they fucked up.
Yeah, and you got it cut how often? Like every 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Or so? That's high maintenance because I get it cut like twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
But so that is definitely high maintenance and probably pretty expensive if you overall think about it. So you're gonna never get a haircut again. We're gonna do it like every couple months, or you're just gonna see how it goes and then maybe like reshape it because you have to trim it every now and then, I think.
I got my last haircut in 2024.
But you've had it trimmed since then.
No.
Oh, that's sad. That's as long as your hair's grown in a year?
I feel like you got a haircut.
I mean, I got
since
it trimmed like up to my ear.
And you haven't had a haircut, like not even like little snippets off to make sure it's like grown well?
No, I just wash it at a healthy amount and don't do weird shit with my hair.
Okay.
I'm not like some hippy dippy asshole about it. I just
Maybe
take care of my hair.
maybe Nolan's hair has contact inhibition and it only grows to a certain length and won't grow longer than that.
Maybe.
No, I've had it
Like-
longer than this.
It's like his liver, just doesn't get any bigger.
That's probably a good thing. I don't think you want your liver very big.
Isn't there a condition like fatty liver?
Yeah.
That your liver got bigger than it was
Yeah,
supposed
but if you
to?
had a healthy liver, I'm just saying if you had if you have a healthy liver and you remove part of it, it will grow back to the exact same size.
Just
Yeah, that's why you can
right.
donate parts of your liver.
Yeah, if you have a healthy liver.
No, only the bad livers.
Bad liver.
So it's like your liver lives in a fish tank. It like grows to the size that it should be, and that's
Yes.
yeah. So your hair is like that.
So I'm saying.
Yeah,
we're gonna see
it's
your
been
hair
longer than this.
down
It's
to your
just-
butt. Okay, so you're gonna grow it down to your butt then.
Never again.
Well, then I'm saying it didn't grow that much in a year. That's what I'm saying. That's not very long.
Like 6 inches ish, maybe.
More like 7.
So my hair has grown way more than that, and I got a haircut like I don't know.
No,
I
it's not.
swear to God, you got a haircut since I've known you. Like
Yeah,
recently.
it was the spring.
It was
of
like in the summer
2025,
or
not
something.
the
Yeah,
fall
so
of
see, he's
2024.
lying.
Riveting.
Lying to you, Norway.
I was off by 4 months. Sorry.
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 Sorry. All right. Well, we're going to talk about one of my most favorite things in the entertainment world and in general, the literary world, maybe.
Porn?
Oh, God. Yeah. But no. Speaking of porn, though, by the way, you know how I'm a big fan of eye candy? That, is what keeps me alive.
Sure. Yes.
Who doesn't love big titties?
I did not realize that the best eye candy's on Reddit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I can see that. There's some subreddits you could find.
Yeah, there's just literally just constant hot chicks. I'm like, wow, I did not know that. I've been wasting my time with my Instagram feed.
You
Good,
just
you
type
got a
in
new-
hot chicks into Google Images and you'll get decent results.
No, I just want in real time women who are uploading stuff
Ah,
instead of Swan. I swear to God. I swear to the Almighty Jesus.
Well, maybe you shouldn't make a big deal out of it. You should edit it out later so that no one else knows that you're so annoyed.
what does your personal Jesus look like? Because mine's like Jesus with all the abs, but he's got sick angel wings and he plays guitar.
Yeah, my Jesus is huge. He's like 7 feet tall and has like huge, giant back wingspan. He's super buff, super dark, jet black hair, and a huge black beard.
And the Jesus abs.
And the Jesus abs. Yeah, he's jacked. He's huge.
He has a fucking 16-pack.
He's huge. His abs have abs.
He has 10 more abdominal muscles than the average man.
Does he have a good booty too?
Mhm.
Sure, your Jesus.
Yeah, he does a lot of squats. He's got big quads. He doesn't have chicken legs.
You
He's
can't
huge.
bounce a dime off of it. You could bounce a fucking boulder off of it. That's how he got the boulder off the cave when he resurrected.
With his
He
booty.
just booty bumped it and out the way.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's probably how it happened. Exactly how it happened.
Who's your Jesus? Swan?
I'm not really sure. I'm torn. I feel like
Oh, I thought you were just going to say the devil.
I mean that too. But that's not my Jesus. That's the devil. It's probably baby Swan's dad, a real dad. And I feel like I'm gonna steal Beaveman's thing. Probably Jesus and God and all that. It's really a dog. It's not a human form.
No, Jesus isn't a dog.
He might-
God's a dog.
Well, maybe his likeness is another dog. It's just not human form at all.
No.
Because human form is stupid.
I gotta say that personally, I don't care for God too much.
No?
No, because God's a dick
Yeah, I mean, if
in the Old Testament. Like, if you're talking about New Testament God, that would be a dog. But Old Testament God pretty much sucks. Not a fan. Not a huge fan.
Old Testament God, flood the freaking world type stuff.
Like, tell
that
people
was
to kill their
the
kid.
giants. The flood was to kill the giants and the sinners.
I feel like you could have done something better. It's like the fucked up genie. We're gonna do this, we're gonna give you these things, but there's some bad shit that happens with it to good people. Yeah.
That's the monkey's paw.
Hmm. Okay.
Ooh, maybe God's a monkey.
Mm.
And he flings poo. And there's some strange directions that it goes without. He's got a general idea about poo, goes everywhere. You know it does. Get some fallout. No.
What the fuck are you talking about, Swan?
Are the monkeys throwing diarrhea?
What is?
Yes.
What are you talking about? Blood splatter goes everywhere.
So does poo.
Okay.
You're gonna tell me if you throw a turd, there's not gonna be particles of it?
It depends on
No.
the consistency of the turd.
Okay.
No, but if I hit someone with a freaking claw hammer and then I reel back, there's blood splatter. That goes everywhere.
That's true.
That's why you leave the hammer in until you move them to a second location.
And then you pull it out, and then you do it again, and then you move to another location.
Noted.
Anyway, back to one of my most favorite things. What?
Besides porn.
Besides
You got
porn.
derailed a
Poop?
little bit.
No. Conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theories because they're so fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But there's people that like think they're true. So hence the conspiracy theory. Like, how deep do you have to get in there to make it think that it's true?
Oh, please do tell us one.
No, go ahead.
Tell us the difference between a conspiracy and a conspiracy theory.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No. It's a belief that is shared that is more meant to be true, and there's people have some type of research to back it up.
Swan, what's a conspiracy?
I don't know. Can you just tell me so that you're not sitting here trying to berate me?
I'm not trying to berate you. I just you could have just said I don't know like a definition because I just don't. Let's make it easy for you.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
This is a conspiracy. A conspiracy is an agreement between two or more people to commit an illegal act or achieve a lawful goal through illegal means, requiring an intent and overt act to be a crime, though the main focus itself doesn't have to succeed. Meaning the planning is the crime, making conspirators liable for the conspiracy and sometimes the target crime itself. In other words, when they wanted to kidnap Governor Whitmer, even though they didn't succeed, their plan to kidnap her was a conspiracy, as an example. Okay, so what's a conspiracy theory? The theory is that an event or phenomena occurs as a result of a conspiracy between interested parties. So a conspiracy, we know that exists. In other words, there's conspiracies out there. A theory is the conspiracy. That conspiracy might not even exist, just a theory that it does.
And a group of people who all
believe that a conspiracy actually exists. Yes.
Okay.
Like
the flat Earth people.
Well, that's not really it. A flat Earth people would be if they have a conspiracy that they believe that mankind, since the beginning of mankind, has decided that to tell everybody or convince everyone that the Earth is round.
Yeah, flat earthers aren't conspiracy theorists in the sense that flat Earth is a conspiracy. They're conspiracy theorists in the sense that they think that you're part of a conspiracy to hide the fact that the Earth is flat.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the conspiracy theory that people theorized that COVID-19 wasn't real and that there was a group of people that decided that they were going to have people die for some reason to prove that it existed, and somehow everybody who got sick from it didn't really get sick. They're just part of the conspiracy to make people believe that condition actually existed.
Yeah, and then there's the other conspiracy that it came from a wet market, not a lab leak.
Wet market. That sounds hot.
You're so dumb.
It's like, oh, somebody ate a bat. Or maybe the coronavirus lab in Wuhan, China, where the virus started, had an accidental leak. That can happen. Or an intentional one.
One of my favorite conspiracy theories, because it's so stupid, is the one I'm going to talk to you guys about today. And I'm glad Nolan's here because he's a nerd. Swan is also not that smart, even though she likes to tell everyone she's a genius. Okay. So Swan will be dare I say the voice of reason? I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe.
I could be the voice of reason.
Fine, you be the voice of reason.
Define reason.
We're all going to be having fun with this because it's so fucking stupid. It is one of the most stupid conspiracy theories. And there's so many reasons why it's stupid. And I don't even know why it's even out there. Here's the background.
Ooh, do tell us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
Please
actually
share.
what I was going to do.
Please share.
All right. Plum Island Animal Disease Center is a United States federal research facility dedicated to the study of foreign animal diseases of livestock. It's a national laboratory and it's now part of the Department of Homeland Security, Director for Science and Technology, and operates as a partnership with the United States Department of Agriculture. Isolated on Plum Island, off the eastern tip of Long Island, New York, the center has been tasked with protecting America's livestock from animal diseases since 1954. It is the only facility in the country authorized to work with live foot and mouth disease samples and specializes in the study of foot and mouth disease and African swine fever. Why is this important?
Why is it important?
I mean, do you not really know why it's important?
Why is it important?
Well, because foot and mouth disease can destroy our livestock. I mean, it cost it billions and billions of dollars. It's a very contagious disease. And if that spreads through our livestock, like it did in, what year was it? It happened in the UK. They had to put down all of their livestock, or a good percentage of their livestock. So if that was to happen here, same thing, it would spread very rapidly and we would have to destroy all of our livestock, or a good percentage of our livestock.
Okay.
So it's a very crucial, very important function for this facility.
Top secret.
I didn't say it's not top secret.
Not top
We're
secret.
talking
Literally,
about it. It
it's
can't
split.
be
It's
top
not
secret.
top secret.
Well, it has to have some good safeguards in there.
It's an island guarded probably by a military contingent,
It's
security forces.
it's not top secret.
Not top
We're
secret.
talking
It's
about what they
I-
do
okay,
is
yeah.
also not top secret. What they have their own website. It's a government agency
That's what they want you to think.
that. Yeah, okay, all right, sure.
Yeah, she's the voice of reason in this
Yeah,
evening.
and never
she's
mind,
the
she is
voice
not-
of reason.
No, you just told Nolan he was, so I'm going to be the not voice of reason.
Anyway.
Oh fuck no! You be the voice of reason then. If this is you not doing that,
Oh.
Anyway, at the height of the Cold War, which most people may not know anything about.
conspiracy. It was really a hot war.
Yeah.
Totally a hot war. It was like in the summer, and I can't even tell you what states were involved in that or countries.
State.
Years, because I hate history.
Yeah, Montana full of commies.
Yeah.
You were alive during the Cold War, Swan.
Oh, I was?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
It ended
When the Berlin
in
Wall came
1990.
down,
Oh, I remember that.
the Berlin Wall came down was, quote, the end of the Cold War.
Shut up, Nolan.
You guys don't know history.
No. You
I
don't
wasn't
know
even
history
there. How do I know more about it?
because
than
you're a nerd.
You say
And
that
my
like it's an
history
insult.
teacher was stupid, and I hated him. And he was a drunk, and all he did was let us watch movies all the time.
Clearly not any
Awesome.
history movies.
Not history movies, not at all.
Clearly no.
This sounds awesome.
Yeah, I hated him.
Okay.
Anyways, I
Anyway.
hope he's dead now.
Uh,
He probably is.
Probably is.
He has a pickled liver.
He was an
pickled when I was in high
alcoholic when
school.
you were a child.
True. He drank
He's
booze in
dead.
his coffee.
Anyway.
Anyways, carry on. Cold War.
All right. Anyway, at the height of the Cold War, study of biological weapons for use against livestock was conducted at the site, ending in 1969 when President Nixon declared an end to the United States offensive bioweapons program. So, in other words, back in the day, we had bioweapons. We still have bioweapons. They're not all destroyed.
And so they were practicing on livestock with them?
That's not what I
Yeah.
said.
They were
Who
testing
said
them.
that?
Testing. You just did. A study of biological weapons.
Testing it is taking a single animal in a lab and saying, hey, let's inject this. Cool. In laboratory conditions, this will kill it. Practicing is saying, hey, you know the Jenkins farm up the road?
Right.
We're going to bomb them.
We're going to use this 60 millimeter mortar, and we're going to drop a little mortar round right on top of them with this biological agent.
Okay.
So we're going to get at least one kill because we're going to hit a cow.
Cool. All right.
Which I have to admit would be pretty dope.
I mean, it
To shoot a
probably
cow
is.
with a mortar? Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome.
It would be kind of cool.
I
but
don't
let's
wanna see
not
that
talk
now.
about Let's not talk about doing that because it's just plain wrong.
It is.
All right, as we said, Plum Island is in New York on Long Island, the northeast coast of Long Island in New York State. Nobody cares who bought it. Yeah, we bought it. But here's the interesting thing is The center comprises 70 buildings, blah, blah, blah. Plum Island has its own fire department, power plant, water treatment plant, and security. Here's a sad thing. Any wild mammal seen on the island is killed to prevent possible transmission of foot and mouth disease.
Nice.
No mammals allowed.
Makes sense.
In response to disease outbreaks in Mexico and Canada in 1954, the United States Army gave the island to the Agricultural Department to establish a research center dedicated to the study of foot and mouth disease in cattle because it's extremely important. Because we don't want any resurgence of that or incidence of that to happen here for us like it did in the UK. Now, here's the goofy thing. Plum Island, because of its location and because of the perceived secrecy around it, even though they have their own website and they're pretty much, what would you say, an open book, transparent, there are still silly conspiracies that come out of Plum Island. But my most favorite one, because it's so fucking stupid, is the idea that they created Lyme disease.
Okay. That's dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb for a lot of reasons.
Do tell.
Well, first, I think it's important for us to talk about Lyme disease so that I can give you a little bit of background.
Okay. Lime, it's like you make a margarita and you put that in it.
Okay, you're being the voice of reason now, Swan.
No, you told me not to be the voice.
No, I told you to
But
start.
then you told me to, but then you were kidding. So
I was not kidding. You're the voice of reason.
I'm the voice of reason, and what are you?
I'm me.
The swan? Okay.
Who's the voice of reason?
I guess me, but I don't know if that's okay.
Literally no one has to be the voice of reason because it's completely ridiculous.
And anything you say, we're not going to learn anything.
Oh, you might
We
this
might.
time. This time you might actually learn
We're
something.
going to learn some things, people. Strap in.
All right, so Lyme disease is a tick-borne infection. In other words, you got a little tick, it latches on, and it might have Lyme disease. It might, it might not. Okay. The tick, little feller, little female, little whatever, could carry Lyme disease. It's transmitted by the ixod ticks, and the tick-borne infection is caused by Borrelia burgdorferi sensu lactospirochetes, commonly known as Borrelia burgdorferi. When you get bit by said tick, and this is part of the problem, is that people don't understand that just because you get bit by a tick doesn't mean you need treatment.
Okay.
Everybody just immediately assumes like, oh, I got a tick. I got bit by this tick, and now I need doxycycline.
So how many different types of ticks are there?
No, I'm not getting into that because there's a shitload, and I don't want to do that. So stay focused.
Lyme disease? Only one?
The ixod.
So only one type of tick.
Anyway, I don't want to get that because there's the dog tick.
Yeah.
There's also a tick. There's a Lyme disease kind of like called starry. There's a different type of Lyme disease that is known in the UK, which is also a Borrelia species, but it's not Burgdorferi. It's a different one. So I don't really want to get into that, Swan. Really just going to focus on what we got here.
Lyme disease.
Lyme disease.
Okay.
Back to what I was saying. So if you get bit by a tick, if you see the tick and it's crawling on you and it hasn't bit you, you don't need an antibiotic.
Lick it off and move on.
Yeah. If it bites you and you see it bite you, and if I look at my arm right now and there's no tick on it, and I wake up tomorrow and there's a tick on it where there wasn't a tick, and I take that tick off, I also don't need medication.
Okay.
Especially if that tick is not engorged. Don't need medication.
Engorged, like as in full of blood.
Yeah, like your
Of your
penis.
blood.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Also, if it's a dog tick, you don't need it. In general, most people do not need antibiotics from a tick bite.
Noted.
Now, if it was engorged, like a good example of this is ticks like to drop on you from trees. Maybe got into your scalp. You didn't notice it, and it was just feeding away on your scalp. And then one day you get itchy and you scratch your scalp, and a big ass engorged tick that's dead comes off. Yeah, you might need it because you didn't know how long it was there.
Okay.
But in general, if that treatment's not started within 72 hours and you don't know how long it's been there, usually we still wait. We're like, oh, let's see if this person's going to develop symptoms of Lyme disease, which most commonly you're going to see a rash called erythema migrans. Now, here's the thing that's goofy about erythema migrans. Most people think that it's going to cause what we call a bullseye rash. Not necessarily true
Mm-hmm.
because it takes a while for that. If it doesn't develop immediately, it may take a while for it to develop into a bullseye rash, and it may never do that until it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and finally has central clearing to look like a bullseye. What people often do is they'll get bit by a tick, and they'll freak out because it's a little bit red. You have to remember that you're getting bit by a tick. It's
A
good.
mosquito bite is red.
Just like a
Anything
mosquito bite's
that
red.
is irritating your skin and breaks the surface like that is red.
Yeah, because you are getting their saliva when it attaches to you, and you have an allergic response to that saliva.
Okay.
Right? Regardless, no big deal. You get the tick, even if you decide to get treatment, a one-time dose of doxycycline for prophylaxis. In other words, you don't know how long that tick was there. We got it. You got it off. We give you a dose. You're good to go. Let's say you develop other symptoms, like you're tired, you get joint pain, anything like that. Then we determine they're like, oh, this person probably has Lyme disease from that tick bite. And then we put you on a longer course of antibiotic called doxycycline. If you just have regular symptoms like your fatigue, something like that, then we'll put you on for 10 days. If you have other symptoms that are worse than that, maybe we'll put you on for 14 days and it should clear it. And you're fine.
And you never have a problem with it again.
Right.
Okay.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So here's the theory, is that they created this condition in Plum Island and deployed these ticks, or they escaped, and they made their way to Lyme, Connecticut. Not spelled Lyme, Lyme, hence the name for Lyme disease, where it was noted to be a bunch of children all of a sudden had all these like joint pains, and they were super tired and like annoying little children.
Mm-hmm.
And they naturally assumed that this came from Plum Island, because this is the conspiracy theorist now, naturally assumed that because Plum Island does testing, that they developed it as a biological weapon, and then they tested it when it tested it directly on Lyme, Connecticut, or those ticks escaped.
Okay, so I don't know geography, but how far is Lyme, Connecticut from
Long Island?
Long Island
Not far.
facility? Like those ticks they can't fly, so how'd they get there? They crawled there somehow, or they were shipped there, or what? How did they move from point A to point B?
Well, my theory is that this was a coordinated airborne operation. These ticks,
Parachuted?
yes, these ticks had trained for several weeks with their deployment birds. They used pigeons because everyone knows that pigeons are flying rats, and there's lots of them.
And they are coated in ticks for sure.
Well, no,
Pigeons.
because these are carrier pigeons. They are the ones who are deploying the ticks.
Oh.
So the ticks train for several weeks with these pigeons. Seagulls are also an option.
Okay.
They flew over Lyme, Connecticut, and they then parachuted into Lyme, Connecticut, deploying under darkness of night, sometime after 0 dark 30, and hence wreaked havoc on Lyme, Connecticut.
I could see that totally.
It's really cute though when they land, so that people can't find their parachutes. They have to jump in. The ticks have to jump in with little shovels, and they buried the parachutes so that there's no trace.
That's pretty. It's a very coordinated effort.
Yeah, it is. But they also have to bury the shovel, which is really hard to do.
So they probably all get together and they all bury it. So they only have one shovel left. And then what do they do with that last shovel?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's how they got found out. They probably missed.
What's hard about burying a shovel? You use the shovel to dig the hole, and you just kick the dirt back in the hole.
Don't.
Problem
Yeah.
solved. No one just solved the problem.
Good point. A fair point, but it's not. Yeah. Good point. A fair point there.
Perhaps if you would have trained them, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, they wouldn't have found those shovels.
Mm-hmm. Those little baby stick shovels.
Tiny microscopic shovels.
Tiny shovels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never found the parachutes though. Just the shovels.
No, because they bury those.
And they probably are made of some material that disintegrates.
Mm-hmm. They're made of spider webs.
Oh, good.
Spider web parachutes.
Why the fuck would you bury them then?
I don't know. I wasn't part of the operation, Nolan. I did not coordinate this. It was long before I was ever born.
All right. So
Was it?
Yeah.
1969 or something. Isn't that what you said?
The first recorded case of Lyme disease, let's see. Fair question. 60 something, I think.
The first known cases were in the mid 70s. That's what you just go up.
Okay. First known U.S. cases were identified in the mid 1970s. Now, holes in this whole idea. Couple different things. My favorite part of this is this. It's not a good biological weapon.
The ticks?
Yeah.
Because
Not just the tick. Lyme disease itself.
because lots of people won't get infected from it. It's like a one flaw. Like you may not get infected, and it takes a long time for it to have an effect.
Well, let's say you do get infected by it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say you don't develop the erythema migrans or anything like that, or you do develop the erythema migrans. Anywhere from 3 to 20 days after you're bit, some shit like that. Just because you develop the rash doesn't mean you're going to develop any symptoms from it. But even if you do develop symptoms, you're going to have tiredness and joint pain. How is that a good biological
I don't know. It seems
weapon?
like my normal life. Tired, my body hurts. Like it's not really super debilitating. So yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you were going to go to combat against a nation, and you're going to deploy a biological agent, are you going to deploy Lyme disease?
No, I'm gonna pick something way better.
But here's the question. Is Lyme disease against the Geneva Convention?
Well, biological warfare is.
Shit.
I mean, but since there's plenty of nations that don't follow the Geneva Convention, I guess they could do it. But again, what's the point? Chemical warfare or nuclear, biological, chemical, radiological warfare is way more devastating than a condition that will make you tired if you develop any symptoms at all.
And how many other diseases have those same exact symptoms?
The flu,
Tons of them. So yeah.
mono,
Gonorrhea.
obesity, not necessarily gonorrhea, disseminated gonorrhea,
That would work.
syphilis.
Like I would definitely, if I was gonna do something way worse, that's like, Giardia, or something that you're gonna die of.
Oh, dysentery,
Yeah, that's the word I want.
typhoid.
Yeah.
But again,
Dysentery would be wild to do to an enemy army, where it's like, hey guys, you know how much money you spent on logistics to not have to worry about this exact thing happening like it has to every army throughout human history? Chemical warfare, you all have dysentery.
let the shitting begin. It's going to be coming out both ends.
And the nose.
Even though we don't have, quote, chemical warfare anymore, when I was in the Army, they taught us about chemical warfare because just because we didn't use it doesn't mean the bad guys don't use it. Like Saddam's brother, what was his name? Chemical whatever, Haji, I don't know, Chemical Haji, Chemical Samaji, I don't know, whatever his name was, Chemical Larry, I don't know. He dropped nerve agents on their own people or some shit. I don't know, in some war. So
I think it was the Kurds.
Was the Kurds?
Yeah.
Why does that make me think of Wisconsin?
Cheese curds.
Oh, okay. Anyway, nothing wrong with that. So what did we learn about? We learned about blood agents, blister agents, nerve agents, all those things because you were afraid that someone was going to drop it on us. So you had to have chemical, gas masks, chem suits. You had to learn decontamination, all those things, which sucks. Never once did they say a tick is going to be dropped on you and you're going to be tired and cranky in a couple months.
So you wouldn't expect it.
But how's that going to affect the fighting force in the first place? All you're going to do is drink more caffeine and drink energy drinks.
Okay, but real quick. That wouldn't work on the United States military. But would it work on a different nation's military?
Like?
Like any pussy nation where their military's a shit show.
Where they take naps anyway. So we're like, yeah, we need an extra nap today.
Like if you were against an entire army of koala bears.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Sloths.
Just imagine
and
like a
koala
bunch
bears.
of whiny teenagers with AK-47s.
You don't want to get up at 0600. It's dark and I'm tired. Yeah, no.
And my knees ache. My knees hurt.
My body hurts. As like a 7th grade, 6th grade, whatever that was, field trip with Baby Swan, where we had to walk across Washington, D.C., and all of those kids whine like little bitches. Like, my legs hurt, my feet hurt, I'm tired. I'm like, you walked like
you
4
mean
miles
the
today.
kids that society makes sit down for 8 hours a day at a desk?
Yes, those ones.
They're not accustomed to walking long distance?
It's true.
Oh, shocker.
I might be a little obese. I'm sorry.
But we did walk like 8 miles a day, but that was still not a lot. Like, these kids are freaking being
8
whiny
miles a
babies.
day?
Yeah, a day.
How many days?
3.
One.
3.
What are you, the British Army?
It wasn't my idea. They actually, it was kind of terrible, to be honest. They put you on a bus and make you ride all night on the bus, and these kids are supposed to sleep. Do you think they slept? Fuck no. And then at 7 o'clock in the morning, you get off the
You
bus.
should be able to cover
and
8
walk
miles
all
in 2
day.
hours.
I could, but they were sightseeing and stuff too. But
Okay,
when
well, not a big
my
deal then.
watch said 8 miles, and these kids by the end of the day, it was 10 o'clock at night. They're exhausted, but they don't want to sleep.
What an amazing story, Swan. How fucking interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
What an incredible story.
Greatest day ever.
Tangent achieved.
Yes, that's what I do. You're welcome.
Now, who is the biggest dumbass, one of the biggest dumbasses in the government currently?
Ooh.
Take a guess.
Rhymes with.
All of them?
All of them, true.
It rhymes
You
with-
can't even say who's the most unqualified.
All of them?
You can't even say
Politicians are qualified?
that. You can't even say who's the most unqualified person in Washington D.C. right now in a position of power. Who's like they're all unqualified, fucking morons. Anyway, good old RFK Jr. is the current Health and Human Services Secretary, and he's a fucking moron. He is totally unqualified for the job. Totally believes in all these stupid conspiracy theories. And so let's break down the claims of the current conspiracy. The theory traces the disease's origin to Plum Island Animal Disease Center, a federal animal research facility located off the coast of Long Island near Old Lyme, Connecticut, where the first U.S. cases were identified in the 70s. Proponents suggest that scientists, including the late William Bergdorfer, who identified the bacterium Borrelia burgdorferi, that causes Lyme disease, were involved in U.S. military bioweapons research involving ticks and pathogens.
Okay.
Wrong. Why is it wrong? Well, what does science tell us? Science is this thing. I don't know if anybody knows this.
Science.
But science is ever evolving. You see, the scientific method is to question things. You question things. And then you come up with a hypothesis. And then what you do is you do your best to disprove your hypothesis. And if you can't disprove your hypothesis, then you might have something worth researching. In other words, if I say, what's a good hypothesis? If I say that eating bread does not raise your blood sugar, that is my hypothesis. And then I must do my research to prove my hypothesis wrong. And if I can't prove my hypothesis wrong, then now it's a theory, and I'm still going to keep asking questions to disprove it. And other people will do the same thing. That's the scientific method. So even if it's disproved, even if it's proved now that I'm correct, I might be incorrect in a year. And that's how science works. So something that's correct right now might not be correct later. But what we know for sure is the minute you are or stop questioning, then you're not going to grow scientifically. And if you keep basing everything off of old science or theories, you're also not going to grow if those theories are no longer valid and correct.
So what you're saying is science is ever changing and evolving, and therefore people's opinions of their theories or science should also change and evolve.
Yeah,
But
because you're
they're-
always questioning.
Okay, so they're locked in to old science that has been debunked and proved wrong with more updated methods or more research tool.
So even if you prove something to these morons, it's not proving anything because they're going to say something like, "Oh, well, that's what they want you to think." For example, we know for sure that Lyme disease existed long before there was ever a facility on Plum Island
Oh, how do we know that?
because it's
Like the Jurassic Park theory, they found some old DNA stuff.
actually, yeah,
Okay.
they can actually trace it at least 60,000 years ago. And even if you don't believe in that one, they were able to find when they had a person who was mummified, I think it was in Austria or something like that, who is 5,300 years old, had Lyme disease.
That's what I was thinking about, like the whole cat-borne
That's what they want
diseases
you to believe.
that they found in like the cats that were buried with mummies and all that,
Right.
or the like whatever the toxo cat disease.
Pasturella.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the whole point, is that, like Nolan just said, that's what they want you to think.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's always going to be their excuse, right? They're like, oh, well, that's...
Well, so or maybe that's where they got that bacteria from to then start testing it and growing it and deploying it again.
No, they said they created it. Not that they
Not that
found this
it.
old ass
Oh,
thing. It's
okay.
not like they're in Antarctica and something thawed and they're like, oh, it's not the thing. No, it's been around forever. As long as deer have been around, there's probably been tick-borne Lyme disease. But it's like
But
anything
deer have
else.
only been around for like 10 years.
Deer have only been around for 10 years.
Yeah, everything else was just robots. They finally got the
I thought it was the
cloning
birds.
down.
That was the birds.
Oh no, the birds have always been robots.
Oh, okay. Clearly, I'm behind on that whole idea.
Yeah, because the dinosaurs, they were hyper-intelligent synthetic beings that realized the asteroid was coming. So they split themselves into tinier, simpler machines to survive. But their code got corrupted, so they haven't been able to reform into their mechanoid shapes.
Huh.
So we have birds and like some underwater dinosaur things that are still around.
I never said anything about underwater.
But they might be. There's some underwater
You're going down a whole other rabbit hole
Alright.
of the conspiracy about the mechanoid synthoid dino race that I
Okay.
didn't just
So
totally
not
make up.
underwater. But so there's another race underwater. We won't talk about that though. Don't talk about
They're
them.
listening.
They probably are listening. Don't talk about them. Okay. Sorry. I apologize.
What are you fucking talking about?
We're making our own theories.
Oh, I want the people of Norway to be scared of the ocean.
I want the people to be scared of freaking tuberculosis freaking Mary over here.
That's cool.
It's not cool.
Encapsulated. You're safe. You've already been exposed. You're like a carrier.
Look, you just need to do what they used to do back in the day and move to a drier climate.
Yeah, do that.
Put me in the iron lung.
No, move to Arizona. Go away.
I should.
You should. Definitely
Go
should
live
do
somewhere
that.
so hot that your ceiling fan melts while the AC is running.
Oh, I would love that. Because I've been cold for the past
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't love the desert.
I like the Arizona hot heat. I do like that.
Okay, go.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yay.
Yay.
Good. That would be great. Anyway,
Back to Lyme.
back to what it's not an effective method. There's nothing effective about that type of warfare.
So then why would they do it?
They didn't do it. They didn't do it because they didn't create Lyme disease.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So why'd they do it?
They freaking great. Okay. They didn't.
Okay, I have a serious question.
Okay,
I promise. Serious question.
All right, serious question.
So why'd they do it?
They know what? It was not created. Okay, here's the other thing that annoys me in medicine.
What
They're
annoys you?
They're always going to say, well, if they didn't create it, then why do we see so many cases of it, but we didn't see that many cases of it before?
Because we hadn't classified it.
Exactly.
And it wasn't reported and it wasn't tested. So now, and
it wasn't identified. That's the key part of it. It was not identified as a condition.
I always love that, especially with autism. It's like, oh, well, autism's a new thing. Then it like cuts to like the 1920s. All right, welcome to the factory. I'm Jim. I'm the supervisor. That's Gary. He's the number guy. He doesn't talk to anyone. He doesn't make eye contact. And for the love of God, don't bug him. He just does the numbers. Yeah, he just does the numbers.
Don't hug him, no matter what. Do not
bug him. Don't bug him. Just don't even talk to him unless you want to talk about trains. The man loves trains. We don't know why. He just fucking loves them.
Yeah, it's like
and cocaine and prostitutes.
Yeah, ADD didn't exist. Oh, really? I can remember a kid in my class who would not sit the fuck still. You know how they used to deal with that when I was a kid?
They punished him?
They fucking beat the shit out of kids when you were like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that didn't cause any problems down the road.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But no, that's the whole point. Yeah. Oh, well, how come they didn't diagnose it then? I'm like, they had not classified that. They literally told you that it had not been classified yet. They figured it out, classified it, and then therefore now it's diagnosed. It's a diagnosable condition. We know we have ticks every fucking where. There's more than one type of tick disease. There's a shitload of tick-borne diseases. It's been around for fucking ever.
Yeah, and I think just having dogs and just living in Michigan, we have way more ticks in the past however many years than we had 15 years ago, because it doesn't seem to be getting as cold in the winter, or maybe whatever that kills them off, or all of that stuff. So maybe that's part of it too. There's more of them. And you, like we were talking the other day, you said there's way more deer as well.
Yeah, there's way more deer, and then there's also other animals that carry, ticks about, like little shrews.
Okay, so do you want to hear? This just reminded me of a story. I was taking care of a patient long time ago, and they said that they couldn't walk across the grass because the ticks dropped from the trees onto the squirrels, and the squirrels were going to give them ticks. The squirrels.
I'm pretty sure our neighbor said that to you.
No.
I don't think it was their patient. I'm pretty sure it was our neighbor.
It was a patient. Okay, yes, it was probably my neighbor.
And if it's just agree with him, he's going to figure out that he's a patient.
I'm telling you, I remember you telling me a story about our neighbor next door saying that she was going to get ticks all over her from walking across the field where there were no trees.
Just agree with him. He doesn't realize that the neighbor is also a patient.
True, but is also maybe a little bit of the psychoticness. If we're talking about
tell him he's psychotic.
Not him, the neighbor.
The neighbor.
Oh, Susie, yeah, she's fucking crazy.
The neighbor.
So yeah, apparently that's a thing. They drop out of the trees onto squirrels, and that's how they get spread around.
So then they drop off the squirrels, or the squirrel bites you?
I don't know. Probably both.
Are we going to talk about the real conspiracy?
More worried about rabies if I was going to hang out with a squirrel.
Are we going to talk about the real conspiracy?
What's the real conspiracy?
The real conspiracy theory.
That ticks are interdimensional travelers here to suck our blood, to feed into the nonagon of the fucking 11th dimension.
So but then they die when they feed on us. What would be the point of that?
Death is ephemeral to them.
So, but then how does their other world collect our blood for research?
It's the spiritual energy of the blood, not the physical matter.
Oh. I think that theory might be a little flawed. But maybe you're right. So they just absorb it into the universe?
I'm very
voice of reason, Swan.
Very confused about this. Please explain further. The ephemeral. What the fuck does ephemeral mean? First of all,
ephemeral ethereal network.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Kind of. It means non-physical, ephemeral.
It comes from a feral being. I think so.
What?
Feral, not.
No, he said ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
There's an M in there, so I know what a femur is. What the fuck is ephemeral?
Leg bone?
Ephemeral, that's when you take a femur and you turn it into dust and you snort it.
Okay. And
Ephemeral, coming to you this Christmas in your stocking.
So is ephemeral like a precursor to Demerol?
Yes.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, because we don't use Demerol anymore.
You should. You should rub it on your teeth.
So let me get this straight. Ticks.
Mhm.
What's the so our their lifespan is not very long. Does that mean that they gauge time differently than we do?
Oh, to them, time is a flat circle. They experience everything between life and death at the same moment. So, yeah, they're fine.
Or maybe
They're
it's
chilling.
more like a Jeremy Bearimy. You know.
Yeah, we don't talk about the eye.
No?
The dot? Nah, we don't talk about that.
Okay.
Okay, so the tick has some sort of is ephemeral a party? Is it like a power? What is it? I don't know what that means.
It's just a feeling. It's a feeling.
It's,
Is it like a flintle? I don't know what ephemeral is.
It's probably like a flintle. And Nolan,
Okay,
if you
so
don't know what a
you know how
flintle is,
like a Martian Manhunter can phase through objects?
Sure. Yeah.
That.
Oh, okay. So why not just say phase?
so if you, and I don't know anything about him, so if you phase through an object, does all of you come out on the other side, or you bring a little bit with you? Or a little bit stay?
What? You mean a little bit stay?
I don't know. Like there's
First of
got to
all,
be
you
something
leave-
lost in
You leave
transition
particles of your body on everything you touch.
there. Uh-huh. So like it could be like if you phased through Nolan, a little bit of you is left in there. Or no.
Don't be gay, Swan.
Yeah, that's gay.
Okay.
I still don't know what ephemeral means. I'm still completely lost on
I
what
think
ephemeral
you're
is.
right.
Ephemeral a word?
Yeah, it's
How do
a
you-
word.
How do you spell that?
Ephemeral.
Oh, you got it. It's a definition.
Lasting for okay. I don't think Nolan knows what it means
I probably misused it.
because
or-
it's ephemeral, lasting for a very short time.
Yeah, like basically it just happens a
All
little
right,
bit.
now what did I call ephemeral? Because I did just make that all up off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's like the time span of a tick. That's correct. You're completely correct, Nolan.
Is that what he said?
I think so. Yeah, the lifespan of a tick is a
Oh, yeah.
ephemeral.
Boom,
Yeah.
I was right.
Yeah, you're totally right. Just lasting for a very short period of time. And it might be, like a week or a few hours. Time is
Yeah,
irrelevant
existence in
because
the
it's
third dimension
a
is ephemeral.
Jeremy Bearimy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that.
So,
I love when I use words correctly and then I forget what they actually mean.
So again, what would be the point?
Of the power of the psychic energy of human blood transporting to the 11th dimension to power the nonagon so he can destroy all of reality?
And when would that happen? So nonagon what does that mean? It's got 9 sides?
Oh, I don't know. That's just like a ridiculous word from like an old occult thing.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what any of that
I
means.
think it would be a 9-sided octagon. So, a nonagon. So it would be a 9-sided.
How would it be a 9-sided octagon? An octagon, if it.
Beaveman, you're asking the right questions. It is a 9-sided octagon. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
If
That's
it's
what
9,
will destroy the reality.
It's
You're-
like when you
ugh.
divide by 0. It's that kind of like when that happens.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
a 9-sided octagon.
exactly.
The 9-sided octagon will divide reality by 0, making us
Exactly.
all nondescript.
All right. Well, that makes absolutely perfect sense to me now.
I hope you've all learned a lot.
Yes, I hope you've learned. So, is that like a 7-sided hexagon?
Not 7, 9. A 9-sided octagon. Not a 7-sided hexagon. What the fuck is he's talking about? He's talking about craziness right there. I don't even know how
It's a
that works.
heptagon.
Just a heptagon? Yeah, see, duh. So,
Okay.
hmm
So I guess my whole point is that it's a stupid theory because it would have no practical application in biological warfare. That's my point.
But in dimensional warfare, it's next level.
Sure.
top tier.
Sure. But even if it is top tier in dimensional warfare, they still didn't create it on Plum Island. It's still been around. And because time is relative, I guess.
Well, they got it
So
from
here's the funny
another
thing.
dimension.
They didn't make it on Plum Island. They made it in Plum space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's space, that's Plum.
Okay, so like level space.
Mm-hmm. With clear borders.
But space is
No,
ever
it's
expanding.
like, imagine space, but everything is plums.
Plums. Do they have pits or non-pitted plums? They have to have
Pitted and
pits, right?
non-pitted plums. Just
Okay.
all the plums.
All the plums. I like
Imagine
how-
if all matter was made out of plums down to like Planck time. That's where they made ticks.
But I didn't say they made ticks. I said they think they made Lyme disease.
Well, they have
Oh
to
no,
make...
Lyme disease? Lyme disease is totally natural. That's been around for like 60,000 years.
Well, so have ticks. Ticks have been
No,
around
those are
forever.
lab created.
Exactly.
To-
Because time has a flat circle to them.
Exactly. So you had to create the tick to carry the Lyme disease.
Plum space exists outside of relative time.
Hold on.
So you can make something in the future in plum space that will exist in the past of our reality.
Aren't all circles flat because they're circles? I don't think you
You're
have to
getting
say
it. You're
Yeah, I mean,
getting it.
yeah, I don't think you have to say it's a flat circle because a circle is two-dimensional, so it's already flat.
Right, of course, because a sphere is more of a 3D object now, but so a circle is 2D.
That-
right?
But that's what I just said.
Yeah. No, but you were wrong.
Oh my
How am
God.
I wrong if I just said that and then you just repeated what I just said?
I don't
All
know.
right, guys.
I just want to make
We're
you...
getting off topic.
Oh,
What are
exactly.
we going to do to stop Jefferson?
Who the fuck is Jefferson?
Thomas Jefferson, the guy who invented plum space.
Oh. Well, he's due to come back around in about 5,000 years, I think. But that could be like plum
He's in
space
plum
years.
space right now.
But
That
I
means
think,
he never stops existing.
but I mean, when he makes his reoccurrence in actual Earth time,
He's going to use his army of big booty Latinas to conquer the
Oh,
multiverse.
that's so awesome.
Hmm.
I,
We
for
have
one,
to
welcome
help
that.
him.
I, for one, welcome the conquering of my cock by big booty.
Demonic, goth, big booty Latinas, as far as the eye can see.
Wow.
Hmm.
Mm.
and
Led
maybe,
by Thomas Jefferson, the founding father of America.
and perhaps a few alien robots.
There are no aliens.
I mean, I feel like there is. In
No,
that.
they were
Plum
all invented
dimension.
in plum space.
Oh, okay.
I just keep going back.
So robots are fun then, or where do they exist? Where do they live?
Robots are mechanical slaves.
Hmm.
You just build them.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't give them AI.
Okay. Strict
Anyway,
programming.
I gotta go.
All right. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Ticks have been around a long time.
Exactly what the point of all of this is we have derailed your thought process so that now you
We-
know
The point is RFK is a fucking moron.
who is we.
That's the point.
Collective we.
The point is that RFK is a moron and believes every whacked out, stupid conspiracy theory out there that has anything to do with healthcare. The man is fucking brain fried.
So
He doesn't believe in real, actual science. He's one of those people that will say something stupid like, well, when COVID first came out, Fauci said that we didn't need to wear masks. Right, because that was the reality of the information that we had at that time. Science continues to evolve based on what we find out, what we learn. Just because we said something yesterday doesn't mean that that is accurate 10 days from now based on the information that we collect, the data we collect, and what we find.
So I have if you think that, or if he has every theory that is wrong, is he ever right?
Occasionally, yes, but not for the reason that he thinks.
Oh.
You see, RFK, his problem is that he spent too much time in plum space.
Oh.
Doing lines of coke and shooting heroin.
Yes.
Yes.
With all the demonic big booty goth Latinas.
Why does he get them all?
He just couldn't handle it. It fried his cerebellum.
He's just a fucking moron. That's all there is to it. Our entire government is being run by a bunch of unqualified cotards.
Yeah.
So if that happens by theory or by like collective data, shouldn't someone have a good idea in there somewhere?
Yes,
wrong.
exactly. You can't always be wrong unless you're Trump. He's always wrong. But no, yes, in theory, even a broken clock has a correct time twice a day.
So okay.
So yes, you can be right about something, but not for the reasons that you believe you're correct. In other words, you can say, oh, this is bad, but he's got some whacked out reason why it's bad instead of the actual reason scientifically where something could be bad.
Gotcha. Like we're gonna take all the colored stuff and additives out of ABC. Good idea. Why do you want to add? Why are we taking it out? Because red is bad. Red is ugly. Not because it causes cancer.
No, he's not going to say it. No,
No,
he's
that
going to
was-
say
okay.
something stupid like,
Real quick, that was one of the things he was actually just right about.
But not for the reason.
Specifically the red dye. No, his
Yeah.
whole reasoning was it was a carcinogen. Like, we can clown on him all day. He's fucking stupid, but that was one of the one times.
well, that's what I said.
Right.
The one
So the
you
one
can
thing, yeah.
occasionally be right, but he's not usually right because of why he thinks he's right. He's usually right because of other scientific reasons.
Sure, but that was just the one time.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
the
like
one
fully
time where
lined
he was-
up, where it's like, hey, this is a carcinogen, and they're like, oh, and then you like, oh, fuck, it is.
Yeah, we already know. I mean, that's shit that you know. But I'll give you the example I use is this. He's a fucking moron, but he doesn't believe we should fluoridate, put fluoride in drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His reasons for that are fucking stupid. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It blocks your pineal gland.
But I agree that we shouldn't put fluoride in the water
Mm-hmm.
because fluoride competes with binding sites with like on your thyroid, just like chlorine does. So it competes with your binding site for iodine, which could impair your thyroid. Also, fluoride, even though it's in minute quantities in the drinking water, we shouldn't have very much of it because fluoride is really poisonous to us. That's why if you read toothpaste, there's a warning label on toothpaste that says don't use a pea-size amount, don't swallow. So it's not good for us. It strengthens teeth, sure. But you could do that with like a fluoride rinse. You don't have to put it in the drinking water and you'll get enough from your toothpaste. So I agree with that, but not because of what he says. He's a fucking moron. He can't articulate why it's bad. He's just got some stupid ideas.
I mean, he was cool with drinking the poo-poo water.
Yeah, he's playing
I'm
in
gonna go
sewage.
play in the poo-poo water. And I'm
I don't know
like,
what this one's about. What are we doing?
swimming in the poo-poo water. And, just to prove that
With
you have
grandkids.
not,
With grandkids.
taking your grandkids into the poo-poo sewage water and, frolicking around and just to prove like it's safe. And just because
this?
I don't know, like a
Oh,
year
months ago,
yeah.
several months ago, during the summer, he took his grandkids into an area that had like very high levels of sewage and was swimming and playing in the water.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, I was hoping he was going to die. I was like, God, please die. Please get some freaking...
Like, I've seen
shit
influencers
disease.
do that on accident. I've never seen someone do it intentionally.
Yeah, he did it intentionally. There was even signs posted, don't swim, no swimming.
So, yeah. But unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for the grandkids, they didn't get sick.
Well, I didn't want them to get sick. I wanted him to get sick
Right,
and
that's
die.
what I'm saying. So, fortunately for the grandkids, they didn't get sick.
Yeah, but neither did he.
I'm just saying, because if he would have gotten sick, they probably would have gotten sick too, like by proxy. So, fortunately...
Why would they get sick by proxy? Are they going to play with his shit?
Well, if you're all together in it, you're all playing in the poo water. So good chances are.
So if he gets sick but they didn't get sick from playing in the poo-poo water. They're going to get sick from proximity?
Well, I mean, I would think that kids would have more of a chance of getting it in their mouths than him. And being sick.
Well, in Washington, kids, yes, do have a higher risk of getting it in their mouth from freaking Republicans.
Hi-yo.
Government officials.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking nasty motherfuckers. Anyway. I don't even know what any of this is about anymore.
Plum space.
Plum space. The takeaway is this.
Lyme and plum go together well.
And we're all here in an ephemeral blink of an eye.
It's true.
Sure. I don't know what that means.
God doesn't love you.
Sure. That too.
Because he doesn't know you're here.
But you could send out a beacon if you would like.
Light the biggest fire.
Send out a
Summon
beacon
God
from your hole.
Yes, do that.
Well, okay then. Well, that was fucking weird as fuck.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this is going to come out after Christmas, so thanks everybody.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
Merry Christmas. I would like to say to our people of Norway, for the following people from Norway, thanks for saying nice things about us. Raphael J1, Lewis Per 001, Tucker at 13UF, Stetson Q23. You guys all have really interesting things for your names.
Those are so great. Nolan, should you? I think you should read them out loud for Nolan because he doesn't know what you're talking about right now. I can see them.
Okay, all right. So
Not
these are
not your usual comedy show. It's bold, raw, and refreshingly different. Big thumbs up. Thanks. That's awesome. Okay, go ahead. You're next.
fuck off. I'll do what I want. Don't tell me what to
I'm
do.
gonna tell you what to do.
It's my fucking podcast.
Oh, but they are here for me.
Yeah, everybody's here for you. That's how it. That's the magic formula is you, Swan, coughing through the entire podcast.
I stifled it for my friends in Norway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was I reading? Now that you were interrupting me.
The next comment.
There was one that I read that was like all about me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know where it went.
Where did it go?
I don't know. I'm telling you, there was one that was all about me.
The Beaveman and crew are on fire. Unreal energy. They make your improvs look effortless. Each episode leaves me smiling for hours.
Oh, I see. I knew there was one about me.
It says Beaveman and crew.
But it says the Beaveman.
Is this an improv show?
Yes.
Well,
this is.
Oh God, what have I been doing here? No, I'm fucking with you.
We're not improv where we learn these little stupid games to play.
Yeah. Ours is organic. It's natural, and it just flows.
Yeah.
Kind of like diarrhea.
It just flows like the shit that drips from Steven's nastiness.
Drippy Steve.
Drippy Steve. When he's gross.
Just all the time.
Sometimes he's always dripping, I'm sure.
He's not.
He just doesn't know.
He's dripping down the back of his throat from all the nose candy.
Oof. All right. Well, anyway.
Literally, he crushes up like Smarties and just snorts them. I've seen him do it. It's fucking wild.
Crazy.
Gross. I was talking more about his venereal diseases.
I mean,
Gross.
he doesn't have venereal diseases. He has penile diseases.
All of it. All of the above.
Anyway, well, Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening. I will send this out again. Anyone from the first people from Chicago, Los Angeles, or anywhere in Norway that reaches out to us at slaptailsquad@gmail.com or message us at slaptailnation.com. The first people that do it will get a free t-shirt, coffee mug, and stickers from the Slaptail Squad. Make it happen. And send me hot pics. Thank you. Hot pics. Hot pics, please.
Hairy butthole pics. Only for the Beaveman. Hairy buttholes.
This is the last podcast of this year. Right? Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last podcast of 2025.
Okay.
Aww. We
hardly knew her.
We hardly knew her. Goals for next year, real quick. Beaveman, and go.
Yeah, you didn't stop fucking coughing.
I might think about that. When spring comes, I will definitely stop coughing.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about that at all. 5 months of you coughing. Yeah, fantastic.
No, you got nothing for your next year?
Hey, I'm doing everything for this podcast, so...
Everything because I'm the world's greatest podcaster.
I am. Thank you. Thanks for noticing that.
You're welcome.
But no, I have nothing else.
Nothing else. Just to get better. Because how can you get better from perfection? You can.
I didn't say I was perfect. I said I'm the world's greatest podcaster.
Okay, so better. Even better.
Yep.
Nolan's going to take up some of my bad habits for next year. Like lip
No, I'm good.
smacking.
I got plenty of my own bad habits, so it's an intentional affectation. I want to get booked more in comedy and get more followers on social media to help with comedy. So if you're hearing this in Norway, you can follow me at John Cut Comedy on Instagram. You don't need to understand what I'm saying. You just need to be there.
They understand English in Norway.
I'm well aware. It's one of the most common second languages across the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't want to assume.
Yeah, God, calm down, Swan. It can be so offensive.
Because I don't want Nolan talking to our people in Norway. Like,
hey, you Norwegian listeners, I just want you to know you're my fourth favorite Scandinavian country.
All right.
Your fourth favorite. Okay. All right. Very well.
Oh, I forgot about Iceland. Fifth favorite Scandinavian. I'm kidding. I love all of you.
All right, Swan. Say goodbye so we can fucking get out of here.
Bye from the Swan.
Jesus, you didn't have to yell, though.
I do. It's part of what I do.
Merry Festivus.
Merry Christmas. Don't let Krampus get you.
Yeah.
Do cocaine.
Don't do that.